I just staring at the yard. I can't believe I did that. But anyways, you guys are watching pre-recorded episode. As I was explaining to the people that's watching YouTube live and also on TikTok, that last week's episode has been banned because the videos that I played that was going towards like WrestleMania. So that video is banned, and the only way you can tell that video exists is watching the live version of it that was recorded last week, and if you were on TikTok. Like I said, we're gonna end up doing something different for Twitch, because like it's just like still having issues like we're trying to be on like one line to another. So yeah, the internet is still not fully equipped, so I'm surprised that it's running so smoothly now. But then again, I probably don't got everything running, so that's always good news. But anyways, like I said, a little bit of wrestling news. We can talk about a few things on there. Plus, see, there's a little bit of things to talk about in there. I think the exhibition game for the Euro League, well, Euro Basket League, has started, and it was something. I don't know if like Greece beats Siberia because it's like a Giannis and Jokic match. Cause I guess from what they were saying that Jokic blew everybody away. So we got that. Only one thing to report, like Milwaukee development. So that's the only thing that we're gonna talk about for that one. And any other Marvel and DC news that I end up missing that I didn't get to talk about last week. King Judah, hey, welcome to the live. I appreciate it. So and also let me remind you guys that's right now watching YouTube live. Coordinator Adrian, I think it's Wegman. Welcome to the live. Y'all do me a favor and please subscribe to this channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and from that point on, we are going to do like giveaways, prize package, and stuff like that. So if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. So like I said, I know we're close to 600, but we're hoping we can get to 1,000 by the end of the year. So that's what we're hoping for. So, and I know y'all gonna like free stuff. So, and probably after you guys that's on TikTok, we may do something a little bit different. Not sure yet, but we're probably going to figure something out. And plus, a little bit of comic book movies and TV news and all this stuff. So it's probably a lot to talk about on that end, and of course, it's going to act funny. Yeah. Okay, I apologize about that, guys. I don't know why it went like on and off, because like I said, our internet signal is kind of, I wouldn't say like too weak, but it's not updated for the way that they do it. So blame AT&T. They gave us some like good offer, and we end up being sucker on it, and yeah. So gonna try our best. So let's get into some wrestling stuff first, because we always got to do that first. Of course, y'all knew today Karrion Kross and Scarlett contract has expired, and we heard later last week that WWE was like in talks to trying to keep them. But I bet you the one thing that that WWE did, they probably lowball them, as they always do with like other I think it's ever since TKO like took over, they just like lowballing wrestlers. Like they got rid of Braun Strowman because of his huge contract, and it's like, oh, we ain't having it. So it's just like really ridiculous that they should listen to the fans too. Like, I understand y'all trying to like do storylines and stuff like that. That's one thing, but do it to make it interesting and let people invest in it more. So that would be the thing that they should be, doing, besides worrying about, money. They getting like bukus of money, like going like overseas, doing PLEs and all this other stuff, and plus, they're high ticket prices. It's just ridiculous that they kind of result to money hungry, like Vince McMahon was. But I think with TKO is just much worse. It's just don't make no sense, and it's just like not understandable. But because I know a lot of people were complaining about the ESPN deal with WWE had done. Ask us Sonic. Welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Just mainly like what I'm saying. Everybody's just like, oh yeah. I'm not gonna do ESPN. I was one of them at one point, but then again, it was explained. Brock Lesnar, welcome to the live. The thing was that we thought, we gotta pay for, Netflix. If you're paying like the no ads on Netflix, then you gotta pay for cable. So, or or like what some of us doing today, streaming it through, the networks, cable and stuff like that. Streaming it, it costs like a certain amount of money and stuff like that. Then now you're gonna have like you joining ESPN on their new app. I guess whenever that release, then I have to like watch like pay $30 a month for it and had to watch WWE PLEs. But like I think everybody knew that you was gonna get sports because like ESPN Plus got a lot of content. They do. But at one point it was like $6 something a month and stuff like that. So and like recently, I think it was all last year that like the price increase. It just didn't make any sense. It just really didn't. Like you're gonna charge people and you're gonna turn them away more. Because I know you're gonna get more sports content. You're gonna get certain games that you won't be able to see anywhere else, like baseball or football game or basketball majority. But then you get like special content that you have on there, which is pretty cool. Sorry about that. But like with WWE later, they try to go for big money, but at the same time they're trying to lowball the stars. Just it's just really stupid and just don't make any sense. But if y'all have anything to say about it too, y'all can comment below and stuff like that on the chat, and same thing for you guys that's watching this pre-recording on YouTube. Like comment below, like what y'all think about also with Scarlett and Karrion Kross situation. So yeah, but the thing with them two is their contract expires today. They can take bookings right now. They didn't get fired or anything like that. Be like, okay, they gotta be on the 90-day no call plea or anything like that. They get to work on stuff right away. It kind of same thing, that what happened with Cesaro. He let his contract expire and like he didn't want to go back and decided to go to AEW. Like I think it was like within a month because I guess they were still maybe with negotiations. So same thing could be said with Karrion Kross. Let's just say TNA gets him back and they finally push him and WWE gonna realize they're gonna make a mistake and gonna try to resign him. That's just like typical WWE, but well, I'm not gonna say TKO, so not that. I think right now that's not the right time to talk about that situation about what I believe in and stuff like that. This is not the place for it, but we will talk about the place for that later on. Excuse me. Anyways, yeah, Adriana Rizzo had an injury, so I don't know if it did like a they had like a show or something this weekend. No, not this weekend, but the weekend before. So let me see. Yep, she tore her ACL, MCL, and meniscus. Ouch. Wait. Yeah. I'm sorry. But she had a torn ACL and meniscus. So, ew. let's see, a setback, not an insult. I had a strain of bad luck with injuries. I tore my Achilles in 2023, partially tore my ACL 4 months later, and have been working on it ever since. After a year and a half, it finally gave out on me. Okay, so she was going for injured, so that's crazy. So I guess you gotta take care of those injuries and you know do what you need to do. Okay, so Rizzo last, yeah, Carmen Petrovic and Cora Jade. Yep. Okay, that was during this past WrestleMania weekend. So yeah, it makes sense. Let's see. Okay, right that. Okay, so it doesn't say like how long she's gonna be out and stuff like that. But I guess if it's like a what are you talking about? Shin business. What are you talking about? But if you want to sponsor WFSO, check out the website WrestleFansSpeakOut.weebly.com. And go to the sponsor page. We got like a barcode that you can like scan if you want to like sponsor. So it doesn't have how much money you put in. So you can try to sponsor. Or if you see me like in the area and things like that, you can I can square it. I do got Square on my phones, so that can work. So yeah, I'm kind of mobile with like a lot of things. I guess you have to, especially with stuff that's going on in the 21st century. Okay, one more thing before we move on from things. I know everybody was upset last week that Jade Cargill did not win, the women's title. So I'm thinking they might got other plans for her. Maybe she'll be the one that take the women's United States title away from Julia. Maybe that can happen. You never know. But she still, is this year's Queen of the Ring, so you can't pass that up. But it's like at the same time, we just wish that it would she would have won it, had a big moment. Unless they no, he didn't get released. His contract just expired. Him and Scarlett, their contract just expired. So if WWE can't come up with a deal, they're gonna be gone and they can go anywhere they want. And they don't have to wait for that, 90-day clause that's be on contract when you get fired. So they don't have to wait on any of that. They can just like go ahead, talk business, come to agreement, and maybe like within like few weeks they'll appear somewhere. You never know. Maybe TNA. Could be. But it's in Karrion Kross, yeah, one of the coolest guys out there, and like to talk to everybody. And like I said, like he gets you to listen, especially coming up, late last year and all this year, with the instigator gimmick. I thought it was pretty cool. But thing is, WWE lowballing people. But back to Jade Cargill. I hate when thanks for the sub, Mr. J710. I appreciate that. Do you think Cena would? Oh, you must be thinking that if you think he will beat Lesnar. He has before. So anything can happen. It all depends like the route they're gonna go with. So he did actually beat him one time. If there's any time before that, maybe they face each other in like OVW and like around the time before they got called up. I mean, it's possible. Don't know none. the record or anything like that. So who knows? It depends where they're gonna go with this. So, and plus, John Cena got 11 days left. I think the next is he gonna be at this coming SmackDown this Friday? I think he is. Then after that, I think he's gonna be at the Clash in Paris. So maybe him and Brock will face there. Of course, there's no PLEs in September unless there's an NXT one. Then October, of course, you got Crown Jewel. And trying to think, November you got Survivor Series, and maybe you might have another WWE PLE of NXT in October. Then December, they will have a PLE, and plus there's supposed to be a special final match that Cena's supposed to have on. Rumors had it that it could be the Ruthless Aggression PLE they calling it, that's gonna be in Boston. So that's the rumor. We don't know if it's officially true, but that's the rumor. So I don't know why some of these fans are like happy that Jade Cargill didn't win, and they saying that she can't wrestle, blah 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 blah, she sucks. I don't know, just people just Jade Cargill wrestling, right?
Yep.
Yeah, after that loss and stuff, like people was just some people were just celebrating that
yeah, I know, they're ridiculous.
It is.
What it is that it's been a while since we've had a really good talent like that, and people don't like that. They have in their mind the perception of what female wrestling should be like,
right?
All this lot, and she doesn't fit any of that. But they won't look past that. They won't say, okay, this woman's got skills. This person is good at what they do, yada yada yada.
Right.
And so little people get stuck in their feelings, and they get butt hurt, and they need to take the dildo out their asses and just enjoy wrestling.
That is true. Some people just need to really enjoy wrestling and stop like spectating all these people that coming in and wrestling and stuff like that. Of course, there's gonna be a few wrestlers you be like, why is this wrestler on the roster? But Jade Cargill is more than qualified to be those top wrestlers that you see today. Okay, so yeah, they gave her some time off and have her, trying to improve on her wrestling, and I think she did. But there's other people that ain't gonna see it that way. So, you know what? Give them the finger and tell them whatever. So, she's gonna have her big moments. Hey, she could be the one that won the Royal Rumble, or they could be saving maybe Jade Cargill maybe end up winning the WWE Championship match, maybe the Royal Rumble, then Bianca Belair, or it could be a switcheroo, like Bianca Belair can win the women's title at the Royal Rumble, and Jade Cargill can win the Royal Rumble match for the women. Then them two face each other at WrestleMania. So that could be the plan for them to, if they're going to do that. That wouldn't be that bad at all. So if that does happen, then all the stuff they did with SummerSlam, her not winning and things like that, it's going to pay off. So like we can all say that, good, it's going to pay off. Vince McMahon gave like a weird interview with I forgot, I think it was Fox News about Hulk Hogan and stuff like that. I didn't listen to it and I didn't want to, but the sad thing is it looked like Vince McMahon hadn't still messing with them Botox. It's just crazy. Oh yeah, one more thing I want to talk about. So Asante Didonis, I guess he announced that his departure from WWE. I don't know if he got released out of his contract or what the case may be. So I was thinking like they was talking about, because somebody was talking about this yesterday, like all the hit roll like could have been something, but it ended up nothing. The only person that was successful was Swerve Strickland, but B Fab is still in WWE, and AJ Francis, of course, in TNA, and I thought Adonis was like still there until they just mentioned that, oh, he's gone. So let me see this. So after 6 unforgettable years under the WWE lights, the time has come for me to close that chapter. I'm filled with nothing but gratitude for every opportunity, the experience, lessons, and incredible talent that I had the chance to work with. I'm truly excited to show the world what I can really do. Sometimes you got to get off multiplayer and process your story mode. I believe I'm the face of the future, and for the reason your girl stopped texting you back. This is a brand new beginning. I'm becoming the best version of myself. You have only seen a glimpse of my true potential, and I'm just scratching the surface. I know that to some this can be a dark time, but stars can't shine without darkness. So, oh, okay. So, it seems like, from what they explained on here, the contract expired. And I guess, they didn't work with him or anything like that. So, he's another person that, can jump ship to whoever, maybe, TNA or something like that. That he don't have to do 30-day clause or anything like that. He can just jump to anything, like try to get, signed somewhere or stuff like that. But yeah, of course, that they was going back to summer of 2022. Top Dollars, his departure in 2023. It's just crazy. Like I said, I was telling somebody that, okay, he hasn't gone anywhere yet, but then again, like 10 minutes later, I saw the report. Oh, he's been released. Well, it's mainly that, his contract expired and they didn't gonna re-sign him. So, that's a shame. So, he could have been back to the main roster and used, like, the ladies man gimmick that he was doing, and could have worked. I thought he had potential too, but TKOC otherwise, just put it that way. So enough about the wrestling, and it ain't gonna be much to talk about, when it comes to basketball, the Bucks thing. So I'm gonna start doing this starting maybe today. I may just do the video tonight, but have it post up tomorrow about one of the players, like highlights and stuff like that. So I probably will end up doing that. Nikola Jokic's first performance since the NBA playoffs had fans intrigued, or whatever the case may is. So, let's see. For international players, playing their home country means everything. It's rare to see top American players play in tournaments other than the Olympics in basketball. For most international players, it's a chance for them to play in front of their home country for pride. Yeah. Nikola Jokic's Serbian national team had a remarkable run in 2024 Olympics. Reached the semifinals against Team USA, but after building a significant double-digit lead, Team USA mounted one of the largest comebacks in Olympic history to defeat Siberia. And of course, they moved on to France and won the gold medal game, and they did win it. So, okay, he led the entire tournament in total points, rebounds, and assists. Okay, so let's get to something else. Like, y'all, like, hyping up, like, okay, no, we're not, okay. They call that dominance? 27 minutes, 23 points, 19 rebounds to go along with 4 assists. So we have a double-double. It would be something if he would have had, like a triple-double, then, we'd be watching out. Jim Hamilton, hey, welcome to the live. I appreciate it. And thanks for the like. Okay, so 23 points, 19 rebounds, 4 assists. That's not like an eye-opener thing. The eye-opener thing is what he has been doing for like the past few years, like getting like triple-double numbers. So that's not eye-opener. Like I said, I think some of these, basketball media and stuff like that just overhype things, as always. just really like a joke. But it really is a joke. It's like, come on. It is not that serious that he scored those numbers. I think they probably was more impressed with is his rebounds. A guy with a lot of offensive power don't even have no defense. So what kind of big man you can call that? Executive, welcome to the live. I appreciate it. Timmy Hendrick 06, welcome to the live. If y'all have an opportunity, please, like this today's video. I will appreciate it. But then again, you got Shams all last week, saying there's still a possibility that Giannis will get traded. Oh God, because he had his sources. I think his sources, probably just something he made up because there's nothing much to talk about. But if he's forgetting, there's still other free agents out there. If y'all probably saw my previous video on YouTube that I did, a similarity of, like, if they let go Andre Jackson Jr., then, they can sign Russell Westbrook and they can still be, like, under the first apron still, if they want to be. But, y'all get a chance, check that video out. But, really ain't much to talk about, but y'all probably saw like the video a few days ago that they released the preseason, and of course the Christmas game and also the opening day of the season for the NBA. So once again, Bucks not in the Christmas game, but San Antonio Spurs, who don't have a winning record for the second consecutive season, gets a Christmas game. Okay, so it's like, if y'all really like hyping up Victor Wembanyama, but y'all didn't like hype up Giannis until he start going on his third season, like, seriously? Nah, something's wrong with these people. It just is. Hey Chris, welcome to the live. Please like this video. I will appreciate it. But yeah, what we're gonna do, like, I'm gonna start it tomorrow, that we're gonna do like highlights of each player that's currently on the Bucks roster, then my reactions and stuff like that, and plus highlights of stuff they did this past season. So see the highlights in that, and that should be fun. So it will be exclusively on YouTube. But you guys at TikTok, I know I promised you guys that I'm supposed to do a review of Happy Gilmore 2. I am going to do that as soon as I'm done here. And, we will get to, talk about what I thought about the movie. Okay, now here's another one. Bucks linked to $66 million wing and potential trade. Jeez. Who could it be? I know, I'm just like throwing shade and it just don't make no sense. Wait a minute. Are they throwing in who I think they throwing in? Let's see. Milwaukee Bucks all season seems to be wrapping up. Milwaukee has 14 players on guaranteed deals for its 15-man standard roster, while guard Andre Jackson Jr.'s contract will become fully guaranteed at the start of regular season. Yep, we had mentioned that before. General Manager John Horst has him applauded for taking some bold swings, highlighted by his decision to stretch and waive the contract of Damian Lillard and use to add cap room to sign 3-and-D center Miles Turner. In 4 year, nearly like $109 million. Of course, brought in, former Orlando Magic guards, Cole Anthony and Gary Harris in friendly deals. And of course, they brought everybody back, except for Brook Lopez. Well, there was already news that the Bucks didn't want nothing to do with them no more because getting older, getting slower, and like Clippers did grab him, but it's just like, Clippers, why trying to go old? It didn't work that much with the Lakers. How's it gonna work with you guys now? And it didn't work for the Bucks at the the 2021 championship. So they got most likely everybody back, but I think it was somebody that they let go. So I know they traded Pat Connaughton. Yeah, but it was somebody else that they let go. I can't believe it. But everybody else, they re-signed back. But yeah, so who is this person that they talking about? Bucks has been linked to a seasonal swingman heading to if it is who I think it is, because I heard about this earlier today too. Clutch Points, Caleb Nixon posted that now Memphis Grizzlies wing Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Of course, he was tipped from Orlando and went to there. Could be an intriguing fit in Milwaukee alongside the 9-time NBA All-Star power forward Giannis Antetokounmpo. Of course, he's a two-time Caldwell-Pope. Yep, he's a two-time champion, one with the Lakers in 2020, and of course with Denver, 2 years later, which was 2 years ago. So so he was on a 3-year, $66 million deal with Orlando last year. So I guess they decided trade him. That wasn't working out. But my thing is, how will the Bucks end up getting somebody like him? And plus, why they want to go, a little bit backwards than forwards? Okay, ain't no time for games right now. We're not playing that. Gave Itch, welcome to the live. Appreciate it. Please like the today's show. But I'm talking to somebody on YouTube. I'm not gonna do that. I don't know why that will be appealing to you to have me say those numbers. Just don't make any sense. Like I said, we will get to channel updates later. But trade-wise, Caldwell-Pope's money is a perfect match for Kyle Kuzma's. They still upset over that half a season that Kuzma did. One has some good games and some bad games during the season. And had one good game in the playoffs, game one. Then after that, it's just been a disaster. But part of it is because, he ain't used to a winning system. And as somebody did explain that it's been, he's been with the Wizards for 4 years and they didn't have that much of a good season. I think it was except for that one point when they had Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal was playing and they made it to the playoffs and, got eliminated in the first round. I think it was 2022, I believe. Probably was. But anyway, I guess they saying he will solve, all their defensive problems. But why you want to go older? You're trying to go younger. So y'all trying to do this youth movement, and it's why are you going backwards? That's just me just saying then why go backwards? Make no sense. But it would be cool to have them, but I guess, with certain players, it's just certain players, their age just really just catch up with them. So, and from looking at this, I thought they were talking about Paul George. I'm like, no. We're good. Will he be a cool player, to have? Yeah, but if he wasn't this injury prone and stuff like that, and yeah. So 76ers are not having any luck so far, where get a star player they end up getting injured. Joel Embiid been injured since, his so-called rookie season and didn't play for the whole year. Then after that, start playing, showing some signs of being good. Also, he was NBA MVP at one point. But it's probably what it is. It's mainly just the way he plays that catch up with, his injuries and stuff like that. Purposely, hurting somebody, pulling on the jerseys and, really trying to hurt them. It's what are you doing? And that's what the cause of some of your injuries now. You know, but we'll see. You know, the season is only 2 months away, and I guess, you know, can't wait to see it. And, you know, preseason is like a little bit under 2 months away. So, you know, we'll see what happens. So, I guess we can skip on, you know, talk about the Bucks. There's only one thing to talk about when it came to, you know, Milwaukee development is a retail store that's opening on King Drive. Herbs and Ladders will sell handmade products, skin and hair care. Sorry. So of course, the Bronzeville area. Okay. Herbs and Ladders will occupy the ground level space at 1950 North Martin Luther King Drive, and have already made the building its own with fresh window decals and a coat of bold black paint. Oh, okay. It's Alfonso and Rajunda Muhammad that created the business in 2016, and they probably did so good. They probably, you know, finally can have a store. So, you know, that's good. And it's just like, you know, you got a lot of people that make, you know, stuff like that, like skin products and hair products and what, you know, what do you want to say, like fresh oils, soaps, and all that stuff. And yeah, so I'm glad that, you know, there's something going on, you know, in the Bronzeville location. So the two-story Bronzeville building, formerly home to Reader's Choice. Oh, okay, I know where is it at. Reader's Choice Bookstore was purchased in 2017 with plans for redevelopment. The two nonprofits originally stayed to occupy the space, Jasmine Art Studios and Grateful Girls, but they have relocated. Okay. So let's see here. Herbs and Ladders are one of the newest additions to the 5-box stretch of King Drive, joining the 414 Laurel, a bouquet flower shop, a Derek Computer Healing Space, a Dream Lounge Social. Oh, okay. So the 414 Laurel is a boutique flower shop. Okay, I guess that's kind of new. A La Mode, a Therapeutic Healing Space. And Dream Lounge Social, a sports lounge. Yeah, it's like that lounge that's like on Martin Luther King Drive. Is like it opened and it closed. It opened and it closed. So maybe they finally open it and be like, yeah, finally. Yeah, who knows? Let's see. Kingship Cafe. Yeah, that was out there recently. Bronzeville Kitchen and Lounge. Something interesting. And Nice Book Bar. Okay, so they probably didn't have any more like detail for that. But it's interesting, like, to see like something like this, you know, finally, you know, that block is finally, you know, being used for what it should be. So I guess it's just all like the waiting game and see when it opens. So and before we end this show, and I'm surprised that it's gonna be like about 45 minutes that we probably gonna end this show. So we're gonna look at a little bit of Marvel updates. Okay, we know about, you know, Spider-Man and stuff like that, so y'all probably don't need to be talking about that. Because right now, you know, they're currently shooting it. So it shouldn't be that much of a surprise. Oh wait, Tom Holland will reportedly not wear the brand new day suit that was revealed for Avengers Doomsday. Okay, that I didn't see. So, is Chris in? Oh, okay, yeah. That's crazy. So, okay, the numbers are in for Fantastic Four first step. So, his third weekend, it brought like 15.5 million in the States, but it has now reached globally 434 million globally. So I think people were saying it had to make at least like 500 million to break even, and it's a possibility that it might happen, because, you know, there's gonna be like, you know, hardcore fans that will see it again and again, and maybe like, because the funny thing is, you know, Superman in the States, the Superman movie in the States did good. A lot way good in the United States, but everywhere else, not that good. So that's just funny, with Superman, the United States are like helping like its numbers and stuff like that. And Fantastic Four is like a different situation. Like you got the global audience and you got the domestic audience, but then again, people like they had to deal with this freaking weather and some prices in certain movie theaters, going crazy and like stuff is just kind of ridiculous. So it's like, what's the point? And you guys like had this cost of these like movie theaters and stuff like that. It's like, really? Ooh, car into a supermarket. I was over there the other day too. Wow. That's crazy. I wonder if it was an older person that lost wow. That's just insane. No crazy things happen. Bella the Snow. Hey, I like that name, and thanks for like and subscribing this channel tonight. So, and this YouTube channel, I should say. I appreciate it. So, and I like the name too, Bella the Snow. Very creative. um, let's see, but I think because I know some YouTubers are underestimating, Fantastic Four first steps. Like, of course, they have a very big first weekend all over. It made its budget and then some. And you got like, what's it about? Like, maybe like 60, maybe like around 66 million to go to break even. But then again, you never know. They probably, made some merchandise and stuff like that. So, yeah, don't forget that. I will, honey. So, yeah, like I said, I like what this guy said. Like, it's going to break even. And I do believe that it is going to break even. Maybe make a little bit of profits, which is good. It'll be the first time, Sony have like a movie this year that made at least a profit. So, yeah, now it's checking the end theoretical run grossing from 490 to 510 million. So they get up to 510 million. Not only they will break even, at least they would have like a little bit of more profit. Angel, welcome to the live. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I said too. Let's see. Okay, there really ain't much like to talk about. Of course, if y'all can watch this pre-recorded, the Spider-Man and Supergirl, a little bit of a competition but then again, it's like Supergirl's gonna be out in June and Spider-Man Brand New Day is gonna be out like late July. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You probably see some of the Funko Pops of my wife's stuff, like you see the Freddie Mercury and Queen. Yeah, there's some things we did like a little bit changing around with some of our Funko Pops. So just try make space and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyways, see you later, Bella. Okay, Aura Brady is portraying Friday in Vision Quest. Okay, she's been playing Friday since Captain America: Civil War, so that's not shocking. Ty Stacksquid playing Calden in Vision Quest. Yeah, there's the rumor of it right now, so y'all probably didn't heard of it. Sadie Sink will be recording playing Gwen Stacy. Everybody thought, he was going to be the other Spider-Man's daughter, May Parker, and all this other stuff. So, if it is, but an interesting twist. No, let's just say it's it's just a wait and see. Um. Anyways, ooh, that's nice. Florence Pugh wins Best Actress in a Superhero Movie in the 2025 Critics' Choice Super Awards for her performance in Thunderbolts. Nice. Oh yeah, reportedly on Disney Plus August 27th, so the end of this month. Which I still really gotta order it, but Pedro Pascal has officially finished filming for Avengers Doomsday. No, they probably gonna end up needing them back. So yeah, interesting. There's other rumors that Thor may play, maybe around the Thor character. Chris Hemsworth will be playing him for the next 10 years. Although we know he's suffering some illness, but still going strong. So good for him. So with that, we're gonna do the DC updates and we're gonna end the show. Speaking of which, I did finally got my Superman poster. Although it was kind of hanging, then I gotta put it back up. So yeah. So because all this stuff, rumors and stuff like that. Lex Luthor's action and Superman were reportedly tied into events of Peacemaker Season 2. So all this will explain that how Peacemaker is canon, and just all it's just crazy. We're just gonna have to wait and see in a few weeks on how this is gonna work for Peacemaker and stuff like that. Of course, Warner Brothers had made history as its first studio ever to deliver 6 consecutive films with 40+ million opening weekends. Yeah, give them that. That's funny. I don't know if Superman art is still showing it. Yeah, it's still showing in theaters. So it's very close to 600 million. So not only it already broke even, but it is making some profit. Because some people just saying, oh, they gotta make this certain amount of stuff to break even. They claim over the 700 million they're gonna make a break even in profit. So the budget of the movie was 225 million. So they only need to make at least at least around 500 million just to break even. They did that in some. It's just I don't get what some of these people are, thinking that a certain amount of movie has to make this much, to break even. I just don't understand it. I really don't. The rough cut of Supergirl reportedly screened last week and was well received. So maybe what they shown so far and what people was watching probably didn't really need to do anything. So okay, so August 26th, this comes exactly 45 days after its theatrical release. If you're thinking some movies that are doing very well will take 90 days for it to be released on digital. So some of them came out early, and I guess they want to James Gunn dismissed the claim that Superman must make 650 million to break even as misunderstanding of the film business. Of course, it only made less than that to break even, 500 million, and whatever else they make from there, what they have right now, is profit. Okay, so there's mainly nothing but Superman talk and okay, so Joe Kinnaman will return as Rick Flag Jr. in Peacemaker Season 2. So maybe he'll probably be alive in the other universe. So this could be interesting. Of course, they're gonna start shooting Batman Part 2. early next year. So can't wait for that. You know, they ain't gonna come out till like probably October of 2027. Let's see. I'm just seeing if there's anything else. So I think there really ain't much to The Penguin has won 4 awards at the Critics' Choice Super Awards. Best Actor in Superhero Series Limited, that's made for TV. That part was Colin Farrell. Best Actress in a Superhero Series Limited Series or made for TV movie. Best Villain in the Series Limited Series. Yep. Best Superhero Series Limited Series or made for TV movie. So we know, Colin Farrell did win an award again, like earlier, really late last year for The Penguin. Or was it this year? Not sure. James Gunn responds to the points about Robin appearing in the Batman 2. Okay. So whatever. Harvey Dent will become the new Gotham City District Attorney after the death of former DA. Oh yeah, and it kind of makes sense. You want to add, Two-Face in there. So David Zaslav suggests the Wonder Woman movie will be the next DC movie after Clayface. How they gonna get it done in 2027? And right now they're just currently writing it. I don't know. Weird things happened before, and it's just be crazy. So you already know about the 2 movies they're gonna come out with, next year with Supergirl in June, then Clayface in September, and I guess it's now confirmed that Clayface movie will be in the DCU, not DC Elseworld like we would have thought, but DCU. Okay. James Gunn said that it's possible Peacemaker took Kite Man down without killing him and confirms that he's canon to the DCU. Oh man. Those shows are funny. Ooh. Season 3 of DC's My Adventures with Superman is currently in post-production, so may come out the end of the year or sometime next year. I guess wait and see. So I'm sorry, I love that series. Okay, so this one I didn't know. Batman 2 is set to begin filming in spring of 2026. Okay. James Gunn has confirmed that he's past preparing and well into writing of the next chapter of the Super Family saga. So it'll probably be like a team up show, with Superman and Supergirl. With something good. You ain't had anything that good, since the Supergirl series. You had Superman teaming up with her, and they did like a team up. So yeah. Okay, so it's mainly like the same thing, and of course concept art. So yeah, really ain't that much to talk about. So we're just gonna end it from here. And guys, I know this actually had been nearly an hour, so I couldn't have timed this more perfectly. So I'm glad I did. So you guys that's watching on TikTok, please send some likes. Let people know more about the channel. So please help us. And like I said, as soon as I'm done editing this stuff, I am going to put a video up, talking about the movie review of Happy Gilmore. I know I didn't have the opportunity to do it, but I am going to do it tonight. And hopefully it'll be on there before midnight. So that's what we're hoping for. So like I said, we will have more personal content, for TikTok and WFSO Radio Network's Facebook page, and also on Twitch. So there's gonna be some other personal videos and stuff that's gonna be on there in days to come. And channel update before we go. WFSO After Dark will return next month. that's going to return next month. WFSO's Top 10 is going to return next month too. And we're trying to, have like interviews with like, wrestlers, referees, ring announcers and stuff like that. So we're trying to put that out sometime in September as well. So you anybody that's in the wrestling business and independent, send them to my Arthur Smith Facebook page and let them, get a hold of me there. Like if y'all know people, send them this way. So trying to do all that, and probably gonna have to, try to schedule it due to, my work. So we just have to try, wait and see, and go from there. But anyways, you guys that's watching YouTube, I appreciate the likes that y'all gave me today, so appreciate it. Thanks for some of the people that did subscribe. You're making our hopes like go closer and closer to it. Yeah, we're very close to 600 subscribers, so we hit that would be good, but we really just want to hit the 1,000 subscribers, so that's what we're pushing for and that's what we're hoping for. So please subscribe and check out the over 2,900 videos and counting on this page. It probably would have been more than that, but some of the videos end up getting deleted, so kind of sucks, but that's YouTube's policy. Like I said, of course, all the subjects we talk about today will be, on the YouTube channel as well. So there's videos for that you can check out. So, check them out. Check out the website also, WrestlingFansSpeakOut.weebly.com. Upcoming events in the Midwest, wrestling wise, meet and greets, videos like this. And I know I got to put some videos up today. And also, photos, we took, at wrestling events, and also, Bucks events. And yeah, we thought we would have the clothing, the apparel line in effect, but the person never got a hold of me, so I'm probably going to be looking for somewhere else to try to, get that done. So, thanks to our sponsors, Mike and Rob Townsend. Also thanks Midwest Wrestling Collectibles and Great Scots. I don't know why I say spot. It is a great spot, but Great Scots Sports Cards. They do have a website up. You can look at both Midwest Wrestling Collectibles and also Great Scots Sports Cards on their website, greatscottsportscards.weebly.com. And you can check out Midwest Wrestling Collectibles on there as well. Currently, they do have, some stuff up for liquidation sale, so everything must go. So, trying to get rid of it. And there are some interesting wrestling stuff that I've seen that I probably, would want. So, just got to talk to them about it over this week and, go from there and, see what happens. Excuse me. Sorry. Also, we're a proud sponsor of Maddie's Memory. Check out their website, maddiesmemory.org. If you want to participate and help, what they do for, the infant and baby loss community for people that, in grieving, you can check that out, and maybe you can probably help them as well by donating to them. All information will be on that website as well, so get a chance to check them out. Also, we're a proud sponsor of Slammin' Championship Wrestling for their fall show. Whenever they release the details and stuff like that, the owner will let me know. And yeah, I think it'll still be a big show, but probably not as big as we thought we would. But there's some things I know, but I can't say just yet. So, yeah. So check them out if you're in the Milwaukee area. They will have their fall show this fall. So more information on that will come out, as soon as I can. So I'll probably say within the next couple of weeks. So that would be my guess. Anyways, guys, man up, face up, woman up, check in on mental health. Until the next video, you guys have a good one, and see you later.